Hello, I'm Samuel from Kupang, Indonesia. I will talk a little bit about the relationship of Brazil and Indonesia. The recent issue in the few past week or last month maybe is about Indonesia is very gratitude to Brazil. Brazil is one of the supporter of Indonesia to join BRICS, and Indonesia very thank you for that. And then after that, President Lula come to Indonesia in a state visit. And in the state visit, President of Indonesia Prabowo said that Portuguese language will be teaching in Indonesia. Following President Prabowo words, the governor of East Nusa Tenggara province that border with Timor-Leste, he said that very welcome that East Nusa Tenggara will be the pilot project to implement the teaching of Portuguese language. The people in East Nusa Tenggara, especially in Timor and Flores, also give support to the governor state, also in support of Prabowo. The House of Representatives also give support for East Nusa Tenggara to be place for the pilot project to teach and learn about Portuguese language, as East Nusa Tenggara is have a more tied with cultural, colonial. As we know, the East Nusa Tenggara have a common shared culture and people-to-people contact, also the colonial with Portuguese. So it makes sense that East Nusa Tenggara choose as the pilot project to implement the teaching of Portuguese language. The response from people in East Nusa Tenggara is very positive. Also, it get support from House of Representatives that support East Nusa Tenggara, especially Timor, to be the first to teach about Portuguese language. But the Minister of Teaching Indonesia said that he will assess it first because Indonesia is lack of manpower about the Portuguese teacher, and the Minister of Teaching will be announced the assessment if the assessment complete about teaching of Portuguese language. The reaction from social media is have a pros and cons. In the positive way, people in East Nusa Tenggara is very support to teach the Portuguese language as they have border with Timor-Leste, also have a culture tied and people-to-people contact, so it's very possible in Timor, both west and east. But in in Indonesia, commonly people say that what's the urgency of learning Portuguese language, as they say Mandarin will be better for economic, or they say Arabic for the majority of religion in Indonesia, or maybe just improve the English as their global language. So that's the current issue or the recent topics that relate to Indonesia and Brazil. First, the BRICS when Indonesia joined. The second is the Portuguese language that President Prabowo said it will be teach in Indonesia. Thank you.